Fruits are an excellent source of essential vitamins and minerals and are high in fiber. However, seasonal fruits are those that are naturally ripened and harvested during specific period of the year, when they are at their peak in terms of taste, quality, and nutrition. Additionally, as seasons change, so do the types of fruits that are ripe and ready to be enjoyed. Understandably, if one has a favorite fruit, one might have wondered the possibility of having access to supplies all year round. Captain Ondo correspondent Faith Oladimiji brings us more answers to this question.
Fruits are an excellent source of essential vitamins and minerals and are high in fiber. According to experts, eating a diet high in fruits can provide a wide range of health-boosting antioxidants including a flavonoid, which help reduce a person's risk of developing certain diseases.
Seasonal fruits is determined majorly by climate situation because the climatic situation determines the vegetation and at the same time determine the season. And this vegetation and season determine the type of crops that are produced in a given environment. So in view of this, the climatic factor is fundamental in the production of fruits by seasons. And when you talk about seasonal fruits, majorly all fruits are seasonal. Why do we say they are seasonal? Because they come out at a particular season or period of the year. And that was why I said the vegetation and the season determines distribution of crops. Take for instance, now that we are in October, there are some crops that we found around. Now that we cannot find them, maybe in December. For about 2 months ago now, we have abundance of maize. Presently, we have tomatoes in the market, we have pepper, we have onions, we have maybe little quantum of maize around. These are the season. And any moment from now, by the time we approach October or close to November, we'll be seeing fruits like mango, like cashew, and so on and so forth, because the variation in the climatic factors determine the fruits. Then talking about what the government and the farmers can do. You see, the farmers generally they are rain-fed. Rain-fed in the sense that they depend on rainfall. They depend on weather, on the climate. So there is little to what the farmers can do because they can modify the effect of the weather. But what they can do is that if there is, if inputs are made available, that they can expand or their scope of operation, like what obtains in the Western world, that you have maybe greenhouse or screen house where you plant crop, you are able to regulate the temperature, you are able to irrigate the crops or the fruits, then we might have all-round production. Take for instance, by December now, December, January, we will have maize. And these are maize planted at the, maybe close to the river bank. Okay, they will be, by the time they are cultivated or planted, then they will start irrigating them. So if irrigation facilities are made available, okay, if they are made available, then we'll have all these crop year in, year out. There are some crops that have a short duration, short period of production. So you can have them about 1, 2, or 3 times in a year. Then about the government. Actually, government is doing a lot. But again, the issue of corruption is also a factor. There are some programs being put in place by the government to ensure that we have all this fruit that we are talking about, even food. But again, like our rural farmers, some will take this loan and divert it into another thing without using it for the purpose that it is meant for. Okay, so all these are things areas that we should look into.
Seasonal fruit refers to the time of the year when the harvest or the flavor of a given type of fruit is at its peak. However, as the season changes, so do the conditions necessary for fruit to continue to produce after their kind due to the factors such as temperature, sunlight, rainfall, and pollination, which plays a crucial role in determining when fruit ripens and becomes available for harvest in their season.
Oh, the benefit of eating fruit, they are so much enormous. Enormous, you know, fruit is a major source of vitamin C. And by the time you take quantum of these fruits, you look fresh. It supplies minerals. Okay, it supplies minerals, it supplies nutrients. And there are even some diseases that could also be cured when you eat a lot of fruits. In fact, it is advisable that you eat more of fruits and vegetables. There is one paper that I read, maybe in one of my children's book, one of my children's book. An apple a day saves life. You eat an apple a day, then it saves life because of the quantum of nutrients that you're going to derive. Take for instance like carrot. Carrot is very good for vision. It contains for eyesight. It contains vitamin A, and you know vitamin A is for eyesight. So and also make you look fresh.
Food is lost and wasted at each stage of the food supply chain, from harvest to storage to transportation, and then as the retailer and the consumer end. Reducing this waste requires a re-engineering of the logistics system that moves food from farm to fork.
There is no way we can rule out technology, particularly in farming generally. In fact, there is no way we can rule out the effect of technology in food production. Okay, because you know these days we need to bring in technology. Take for instance the role of science and technology in agriculture is so important. But one, in the preservation, in the processing, and even in maybe in the process of production, you need technology. So the issue of technology cannot be undermined when it comes to food production.
Faith Oladimeji reporting for KAFTAN TV News.